Hey, and welcome back to my playthrough slash learning experience of The Witcher's Discworld game. I believe we are not doing that bad. Still, I'm playing the co-op mode, and this means I have to get rid of these purple problems tokens as much as possible. Basically, I have to end this game with 3 or less of these purple tokens. On the game board here right now I see 5 of them, no 6 of them, that's okay. We are not halfway through there, and there are still at least 3 in the problem box down there. So really I have to get moving and start solving these heavy problems. Our witches start to get more experience, so especially Tiffany Aking here already increased her hand limit by 3. She already started to solve one of these purple problems, the Swarmer here, which was really tough, and she had to use the power of the 3 card combination. Basically, it's pretty much the same with Anagramma here. She only has an increased hand limit of 5 now, but I think she will improve that as well during one of her next turns. We are still doing good in respect to Crisis, Cackle and Black Alice tokens here. So right now we only have 3 of those Crisis tokens on the board. We are allowed to put 8 of them on the board. If we would then have to place an additional one, we would lose the game, of course. But I think we can get started with Anagramma taking her first turn. First thing to do is to reveal a location card in order to determine where to put the first problem or the next problem here. And I don't even try to translate these locations here. In Germany that's schlüpfriges Loch, something like a greasy place, I don't know whatsoever. It's really tough to translate those terms for Discworld one-to-one to German, to be honest. So that's why I really prefer the English sources of these books here. Okay, let's place the next purple token on schlüpfriges Loch. But of course we already have a problem there, so we have to place our 4th Crisis token here. So let's move on and draw the next location card. The next location would be at Schnitte. We already have a problem in Schnitte. The good thing is we already have a Crisis token there as well, so we don't have to place an additional one. So let's draw the next card. And we are lucky again. Again, we have to place one at Schnitte here. So let's draw the next one, and this would be the Bridge of Lanker. And finally, we found a spot to place the purple problem token here. Okay, I really want to get rid of some of those purple tokens here, and so we will move Anagramma here to Magrette's hut. We will reveal the problem here. This would be the Duke Falmouth with a difficulty of 20. Wow, that's definitely something. I really was gambling again, but I will definitely try to solve this problem. To be honest, I don't know what problem he actually has. He looks kind of scared to me, so let's try to calm him down. So let's roll our first set of dice here. Wow, that's 12. Wow, that's really awesome. So I think I definitely can live with that. So we need 8 more, and I think, yes, I think I will play this card here. So this gives me an additional 2, so we are already at 14. So we are looking for a 6 here in order to solve this problem. Okay, that's now already a problem. This is definitely not enough, so we need 4 more, and we also have this Cackle token here. So what I will do now is I will also play this card here, and this would allow me to re-roll any 2 dice. So I will definitely do that now. So this card is played, not for its symbol, but for the text. Again, we are looking for a 6. Yeah, this time that's not a problem. That's 10 more. So we did fine, and whatever calmed him down here. So this problem is actually solved. We still have to draw 1 Cackle token because we played a magic card, but apart from that we were doing pretty fine. And the good thing about this second purple token is this would now give us a bonus of 1 to any die roll when trying to solve any problems here. And this is awesome. And here is the additional Cackle token for the magic card. Anagramma still has 1 more action left, and as she's feeling lucky, she will move to this space here, the Bridge of Lancre. We will reveal the problem. That's an elf, so we revealed our first elf here. Again, if we have 3 or more, but at the end of a turn revealed on the game board, we would also lose the game. Good thing is the elves are not that particularly bad, at least nothing compared to the Swarmer, for example, so we will definitely try to solve this problem now. So again, we will roll our first 2 dice. Again, we have a 12, so we are looking for 4 more. So I think this time I will definitely not spend any cards here. Again, we have a cackled counter that's not really bad, but we rolled 16 points in total. So we solved our second purple problem in 1 turn, and this is really awesome. So for once, we take this token and place it on the game board for Anagramma. So we're really doing good. We still have to draw 1 cackle token here, but I'm really thinking of spending this card here, and this is self-conscious. This would allow me to give up any 2 cackle tokens, and I think this is what I will do. It is a power of the 3 card, but as she only has 1, I think she doesn't really care about that. So she will discard this one, and this will allow her to also remove 2 of her cackle tokens. And this is perfect. Let's move over to Tiffany. First thing, we have to reveal our location card, and this is Scharfschneide. So I believe this is not occupied here, so we have a broken arm up there, and there's really a long road to solve all these problems here. So I think one of the witches has to move up north to try solving this row here. Maybe this is what Tiffany will do now. So let's move back to Tiffany, who's currently residing here at the city of Lancre. To move up here to this problem, she would have to spend 1, 2, 3 movement points. So again, we will play this Witch's Broom card, and this would allow her to fly over to the problem immediately for her first action. And as I still don't have a clue how to translate that properly into English, it's still schlüpfriges hole, so schlüpfriges Loch, greasy hole, I don't know. Maybe someone can point it out to me. I would really appreciate it. So here we have to deal with a fever. It's a bit tough fever, so in total that's difficulty of 9, but I think this is something she definitely can deal with. So let's roll her first 2 die. That's a 2 only, and 1 cackle symbol. So we still need 7 more points. So I'm really thinking of, this is what I will do. I will definitely spend this magic card here. This gives us +2. So we are at 4, so we're looking for a 5 still. The cackle counter I will take in a second. So let's roll our second pair. And this is definitely not enough. So we definitely failed in this case here. So let's see what we can do. I think we still have 1 thing to do, and this is what I will use. I will place this rob card here, and this would give us a +2 on the die result, and I can play this card after I rolled all the 4 dice here. So in this case, we are fine. We are not suffering any penalties here, so we solved this fever, and this turned out to be pretty massive. So I really underestimated it, but still Tiffany was able to deal with that. So for once we can get rid of this crisis token, and we can claim this problem token here as well. With a second action, she will move here to Scharfschneide and try to deal with this broken arm here with a difficulty of 11. And so let's roll some dice. That's really a pity. Again, we only rolled a 4 and we are still needing 7 more. So I will definitely play an additional magic card here. So this brings up to 6, and I'm really thinking of, I think I have to do that. I will deal with that. I want to deal with that. This is an additional card, but the good thing is for this headology, I don't have to get any additional cackle counters. So here this is 3 plus 4, that's 7. So we still need a 4 in order to be successful here. And this time we are fine, luckily. So we also have taken care of this broken arm here, but it really cost us a lot of good cards. And I really didn't see that. So we have to draw an additional cackle counter. Right now there are no cackle counters left. Tiffany has the majority of these cackle counters, so she cannot draw a cackle counter from someone else. In this case, that's plain and simple. We have to get our first Black Alice counter. Right now that's okay, I guess, so we still have 5 left. In a normal multiplayer game you would lose 1 victory point for each of these tokens by the end of the game, but in the co-op mode that's not entirely bad. Okay, next round, and Anagramma will go first as usual. First of all, we have to draw our next card, and this is the long or tall stone. Luckily this is still problem free, so we can place the next fever token there as well. Awesome. We really have to get rid of some of these cackle tokens, and the only real way to do that is to have a cup of tea. So Anagramma will play this card here for this Witch's Broom. It's a powerful card because it's a bonus card, so +2, but really we have to take care of that. So for a first action, she will fly to Scharfschneider, have a nice cup of tea, and so Anagramma is allowed to discard up to 3 of her tokens. Right now she only has 2, but the good thing is Tiffany is also allowed to remove 2 of her cackle tokens there as well, and I think this is fine, so we have 4 back in our common reserve. And for her second action, she will move to the place where the sun is not shining. Here we have to deal with death, an increased death, so very heavy death, so maybe bad murder scene, I don't know, with a difficulty of 14 now. Remember that you can add 1 to her die result because of her experience, so let's roll her first 2 die. Oh, that's so bad. Come on. This is really nasty. And yeah, this is a cackle token and only a 3. But I'm really thinking of spending this card immediately. So this is a Hearn of the Hunted. I don't know. It allows you to re-roll any 2 dice, and I think this is what we do now. That's better. Still, it's a cackle counter, and I will place this cackle counter immediately, not that I forget again. So we still have to roll an additional 8 now. So let me think, is there something I can do? No, not entirely. We have a 7 because of her abilities or her experience. So we are still looking for an additional 7 here. And I think we will play this card here. So this is an additional magic card. So again, we have to take a cackle counter here. This brings us to 9 now. So we're only looking for a 5. And this should be really solvable. Wow, that was a close call. That's a 6. Perfect. We have taken care about this problem here as well. So we can return, this crisis token and are allowed to gather this card. And this increases her hand limit by 1 as well. Let's draw the location card for Tiffany. This is the city of Lanka. There we don't have any problems. So we can place this problem here easily. And really remember, I have to get rid of these purple tokens before we actually run out of these problem tokens here. So this really goes turn by turn now, and it really will be a close call. I'm pretty sure about that. But let's see what Tiffany can do now. I think the first thing is that she will play this Father Pedora card here, and this would allow her to reveal 1 heavy problem token here, and I would take this here at Schnitte, and wow, okay, that's not so good. That's problem of 21, so I'm not sure if she will take care of this one. This is really tough, so I'm really thinking of not sending her there because she's more powerful, or Anagramma is more powerful than Tiffany, or more experienced. So I'm really thinking of spending, yeah, let's do that. Let's spend an additional card here, additional Witch's Broom, and we will fly to this space here now, Skant, and we'll see what kind of problem we are facing here. Ah, that's also not good. That's a Duchess of Falmouth, and this is really not very funny. That's a problem of 21. Still, it's her first action, so maybe we should really try to get rid of her. Let's roll her die. There's nothing we can change about that. That's an 8. That's good. That's really good. I think that's a good start. So we will play these 2 cards here as well. So that's 2 cackle counters that are waiting for her. So there are none left in the reserve now. This would bring up us to 12 now. Yeah, we have an 8 plus 4, that's 12. So we need a 9. This is not easy. Maybe I should really... No, I will risk it. So let's roll the second pair of dice. Ah, come on. And this is bad. Can I re-roll? No, I cannot re-roll. So I have to take a second or the next cackle counter, which I cannot do. Still, she has the majority, and this means the next Black Alice token goes to her. So, and we are still looking for, let's see, 3 more points. And I'm thinking, is that something? No, I cannot do anything right now. That's really a problem now. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think we have to deal with that. And when you fail this particularly difficult problem, you are thrown into the dungeon. So let's send Tiffany to the dungeon. We can escape from there with the appropriate card, so hopefully we get the appropriate card here. And we also have to deal with a failure. Right now this was only the special condition, what happens when you fail this particular problem. Still you have to take 1 cackle counter for failing. No, and I cannot help it. We still have the majority, so we take the next Black Alice tokens. There are still 3 more to go, so I'm really hoping to get rid of that. But the biggest problem was that the problem is still there anyway. And yeah, I think for now I will wait and see what cards I will draw for her. Let's start the next round with Anagramma. Again, we have to draw our location card. That's the Bridge of Lancre. This is free. At least we don't have to deal with any crisis token now. And the next problem is we really have to take care of these problems here, though that there is basically no other way. Not sure if I would go this route or another route. I don't know what the other purple cards are, so I'm really thinking of maybe moving somewhere else. I only have 1 Witch's Broom card, but still I won't get to any purple problem, I guess. But this one is definitely too tough because I cannot play any magic cards because there are no cackle counters out there anymore. And of course I can also not have a cup of tea. So this is something that Tiffany has to do during her next turn as her first action. So I think maybe we will move to the city of Lancre. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So even with this special card I won't be able to move down there, but I think I have to do that. So I will move for a first action 1, 2 spaces here. There I will do nothing. Then I will play this card here, Mother Brevis, and this would let her move up to 2 spaces more. So I don't want to spend Witch's Broom because that's a powerful card. So I can now move up to 4 spaces, and this is 1, 2 and 3 to the city of Lancre. And here I really hope for a good problem. It sounds a bit odd, but it is a good problem because, again, this is a pack of elves with a difficulty of 16, though that's definitely something I can take care of. Awesome. So let's roll her 2 dice again. We are hoping not to roll any cackle symbols now. That's a 5. Is a 5 good enough? We have 6, so we need a 10. So I think this is definitely not good enough. So I think I will spend this card here. First of all, to let me re-roll these 2 dice. That's a 7, that's better. Plus our bonus, that's an 8 already. So we still need an additional 8. I will play this card here, the Hadology symbol, so we are already at 9 now. I will not play any magic cards now, that's for sure. So we have a 9, we still need a 7. Whew, that's tough. No, that's a 4, that's a 4, that's a 4. Okay, not too bad, so I can re-roll these second pair of dice with this card here, with Roland. I cannot roll the first pair of dice, I really have to re-roll that, so let's hope for the best. Looking for a 7, please. A 7, yeah, that's a 7. Isn't that awesome? Perfect roll, perfect roll. It cost us a lot of cards, but it was definitely worth it. So these elves are basically gone. She doesn't have to take any cackle or Black Alice counters, and we increased her performance basically. So she now has a bonus of 2 when rolling actual dice. Well, that's really cool. Okay, let's draw the location card for Tiffany. That's again the schlüpfriges Loch, but of course that's again a purple problem token. So the next thing that we will have to do is that we have to escape with Tiffany from the dungeon here. So we can play this escape card here. We can also play Witch's Broom, but in this case I will really use this escape card here. And this would now let me place my figure on any space on the board. And I really have a need to drink a cup of tea with Anagramma here in order to get rid of some of those cackle counters now. So Tiffany will discard 3 of those tokens and Anagramma 2. So we are up at 5 cackle counters at the common reserve. As I have to get rid of some of those difficult problems, I will play this card here. This would let her move up to 2 additional spaces. So 1, 2, 3. Again, back to schlüpfriges Loch and see what kind of problem to deal with. And again, we are lucky. These are the elves, and good thing is we really always have taken care of these elves as soon as possible, basically. And this is really good that we did that. And I think this is really something she might be able to manage. So again, we will roll her first 2 dice. Ah, come on, that's a 12. That's perfect. I'm really thinking, no, I will take the risk here. Yeah, let's just roll the second pair of dice. So we're looking for a 4. Perfect, more than enough. This problem is solved, which means she also has now this +1 bonus on any die rolls here. Awesome. Okay, 2 more rounds to go. Let's see where to place the next card. This is the Ridge of Lancre. Let me check. No, this is good. We have a sick pig here. I think that's no wonder. Maybe it fell down or whatnot. So at least at this perspective, we are fine. There is only one last problem left, basically. That's a purple token, which we have to take care of as soon as possible. So let's see what Anagramma can do about that. For first action, she will move 1, 2 spaces here to this whatever Dals will place and check out what problem we have. Oh, come on, that's the Queen of the Elves with a 22. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I think we have to face her. So let's roll some dice here. Oh, that's only a 5. This is really not good. I don't have any reroll card now. This is tough. Okay, I have to do something. I think I will play this card here. This would let me draw 2 additional cards now. And I'm really hoping for something good. And we are kind of lucky because this is at least a reroll card, which we definitely might be using now. We still have to take 1 cackle counter for this last card. Even though we played it for its action, it still said we have to draw 1 cackle counter here. So I will immediately play this card to reroll these 2 dice, and I'm hoping for something good here. Wow, awesome. That's a 12 plus her 2, that's 14 already. So we are still looking for an 8, and this is fine. So and this time I really can play. So we have 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, and I still need a 5. I need a 5. No, don't take any risk here. So we play additional magic card. Therefore, we take an additional cackle counter here. Right now, that's not a problem. There are still 3 left to go. So that's 12 plus 2. It's 14, 16, and 19. So we are looking for a 3 now, guys. Can you believe that? It's 2. Oh, come on. Okay, for now, first of all, I will take this cackle token here. So I think that's fine. And I'm playing this card here now for its effect. This says I can draw 2 additional cards. And I'm really hoping for something good again. And this time we are definitely not so lucky. The only good thing is we have an escape card here. So when we fail this problem now, we are able to basically not suffer any penalties here. And I'm thinking of really using this now. Oh, that's really a bummer. So I spent so many cool cards now, and basically it doesn't bring us any good. So we escape without suffering any penalties. That at least something. So we will move there or there. I don't know. No, maybe I think I will move here to Magret's hut instead. so I can still have a chance to exchange with some or whatever, get rid of some of the cackle counters here, but the rest still or just has to be discarded. That's really hurt. And the main problem is, with the cards I have, I think there's not a real good chance to try it, but I think I have to do that because the next turn will be the last round. So yeah, let's move back to the Queen of the Elves and try it again. So we are hoping, we just need some 6s here, so should be manageable. So let's hope for the best. That's a 10, that's good. Plus our 2, that's already a 12. That's good, that's good. So we are looking for a 10. So this time I will play these 2 cards. So that's 4 more. So we are 10, 12, 14, 16. We take 2 of these cackle counters, of course. And then we will roll our second pair of dice now. And yeah, wow, awesome. And this is enough to defeat the evil Queen of Elves. Isn't that awesome? Perfect. But I just recalculated, there is no way I can win this game because there are too many of those counters left. As I have to place the last token now, and there are still 4 on the board. I would be able to deal with maybe 1, but not with 2. Still there is a slight chance, but I think this is pretty theoretical. Okay, first of all, we will have to place the last token. This is again at Schafscheide here. So basically in the neighborhood of Tiffany here. And as this is the only real way to make it, I think I have to move in here. So with my first action, I will move here to Schafschneide. I will reveal the problem. This is Kraft the Elstier, one of also the toughest ones. Of course, I have to deal with him, so I'm looking at a difficulty of 20. Let's roll some actual dice. That's a 6. 6 is too weak in order to beat a 20. So I think, yeah, let me see. Yeah, I will discard this one here. This will let me re-roll 2 dice, which I will do now. Of course, that's even worse. Okay, I cannot help it. So I'm not allowed to re-roll those 2 dice. This is really a pity. So I spent this card for nothing and made it worse. So I have to take a cackle counter. Good thing is she does not have the majority, so we'll just take a cackle counter from Anagramma, which should be fine. And now I have to spend a lot of cards. I think there's no way around this one. So I will play this card here. That's a 1, so we are at 3, plus our 1 bonus, so we have 4 points now. Still not enough, of course. 4 points, an additional 2 points, that's 6 points. Again, we take 1 cackle counter from Anagramma, 6 points, and then 7 points with this card here. And then we have to roll our second pair of dice. Let me check. We have a 7, right? Okay, no, that's good. That's good. 17, we can still do that because I have additional cards. So that's a 7. That's 10, that's 5, that's 15. So we are looking for 4. Okay, that's tough and we can manage it. Yeah, we can do that. That's a +2, that's a +2, and that's a +2. So we have taken care of this problem at least. And this is Graf or Count the Elstier, and when defeated he would allow me to remove all of the other family members of the Elstiers. Unfortunately, Lacrimosa is already dead and gone basically, so we can just claim this token here. I still have 1 action left. I don't have any cards whatsoever, so what can I do but move to Schnitte and try to get rid of this problem here. So I have to rely completely on my die rolls here, or my dice rolls. We have to be a difficulty of 21, so yeah, but I like these kind of games where the whole win or loss is basically dependent on a single die roll, and this is really a tense moment for me. Okay, let's see what the first pair will bring. That's an 11, awesome, so we are looking for a 10 now, so at least it's possible. Okay, I don't dare. Come on, a 10, a 10, a 10. No, a 6, a 6. There's nothing I can do. I can add 1 to that. So we are at 17 and we are still, we cannot have. So we have 11 plus 1, that's 12, plus 16, 18, yeah. We are still looking for 3 additional points, and I don't have any cards whatsoever. That's tough. And that brings me to the end of my playthrough of The Witches. I really have to say, I enjoyed. It's definitely very luck-based, but because you can, let's say, influence the die rolls with your cards, you can increase your hand limit. So there are some tactical elements in this game, but it's definitely a light game. But I have to admit, I enjoyed. I was really not so sure when I first read about this, when I saw this, but then I really said I want to give it a try because I like the theme, I like the Discworld universe basically, and again, Martin Wallace did a good job in doing that. So definitely it's not everything is gold what you see in here, so for once I would have preferred a bigger variety of actual problems. So I don't know how many of these fever tokens or sick picks are in this game, so I think this is something where some additional problems might bring or might add up to the overall theme, I think. But apart from the tokens, the variety in actual cards is actually very good. So you have this power of the 3, you have so many different roles, and they're more or less all unique. Of course, some of them share the same effects, but at least the characters are all unique, which I really enjoy in this one. So I can really only say I enjoyed playing this game. I really hope you enjoyed my little playthrough, learning exercise about The Witches, and hope to see you soon in one of my next videos. Until then, bye bye.